سلام، خوش اومدین به یکی دیگه از امتحانات آیلتس لیسنینگ با سم. امیدوارم که روزگارتون خوش باشه. امروز در مورد امتحان آیلتس با هم دیگه صحبت میکنیم و یه سری تکنیک ها در مورد چگونگی پاسخگویی به سوالای لیسنینگ که میتونه بهتون کمک بکنه که نمره‌ای که میخواین توی امتحان آیلتس به دست بیارید. تو بخش اول شما 7 سوال خواهید دید که جا خالی هستش، فقط یک لغت و یا یک عدد باید در اون جا خالی قرار بدید. دقت بکنید از همون ابتدا شروع میکنه به پاسخ گفتن، پس صبر نکنید که عین لغت ها رو بشنوید، بلکه سوال ها رو درک کنید. تو اون یک دقیقه که به شما مهلت میدن تا مطالعه کنید سوال ها رو، حتما با دقت کامل سوال ها رو بخونید، زیر لغت های کلیدی حتما خط بکشید. برای مثال در سوال شماره 1 که خواهید دید بعد از THE جا خالی اومده، پس نشون دهنده این هستش که یا شما یه اسمی میخواین یا یک صفتی میخواین یا اینکه ترکیب اسمی رو شما خواهید ساخت. در شماره 2 آخر جمله هستش، بعد از حرف اضافه این اومده، یعنی اینکه جا خالی نشون میده که یا یک مکانی رو شما میخواین یا یک زمانی رو میخواین که مسلما مکان هستش، و یا یک رشته تحصیلی و یا هر چیز دیگه که میتونه بعد از این به عنوان یک حرف اضافه بیادش. پس سوال 1 تا 7 رو با دقت نگاه کنید لطفا.
The questions as you listen because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 7.
Hi, Alex. It's Martha Clines here. James White gave me your number. I hope you don't mind me calling you.
Of course not. How are you, Martha?
Good, thanks. I'm ringing because I need a bit of advice.
Oh, yeah, what about?
The training you did at JPNW a few years ago, I'm applying for the same thing.
Oh, right, yes, I did mine in 2014. Best thing I ever did, I'm still working there.
Really? What are you doing?
Well, now I work in the customer services department, but I did my initial training in finance. I stayed there for the first 2 years and then moved to where I am now.
That's the same department I'm applying for. Did you enjoy it?
I was pretty nervous to begin with. I didn't do well in my exams at school, and I was really worried because I failed maths. But it didn't actually matter because I did lots of courses on the job.
Did you get a diploma at the end of your trainee period? I'm hoping to do the one in business skills.
Yes, that sounds good. I took the one on IT skills, but I wish I'd done that one instead.
Okay, that's good to know. What about the other trainees? How did you get on with them?
There were about 20 of us who started at the same time, and we were all around the same age. I was 18, and there was only one person younger than me who was 17. The rest were between 18 and 20. I made some good friends.
I've heard lots of good things about the training at JPNW. It seems like there are a lot of opportunities there.
Yeah, definitely. Because of its size, you can work in loads of different areas within the organisation.
What about pay? I know you get a lower minimum wage than regular employees.
That's right, which isn't great, but you get the same number of days holiday as everyone else, and the pay goes up massively if they offer you a job at the end of the training period.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it for the money. It's the experience I think will be really useful. Everyone says by the end of the year you gain so much confidence.
You're right, that's the most useful part about it. There's a lot of variety too. You're given lots of different things to do. I enjoyed it all. I didn't even mind the studying.
Do you have to spend any time in college?
Yes, 1 day each month. So you get lots of support from both your tutor and your manager.
That's good. And the company is easy to get to, isn't it?
Yes, it's very close to the train station, so the location's a real advantage.
Before you hear the rest of the phone conversation, you have some time to look at questions 8 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 8 to 10.
Have you got a date for your interview yet?
Yes, it's on the 23rd of this month.
So long as you're well prepared, there's nothing to worry about. Everyone's very friendly.
I am not sure what I should wear. What do you think?
Nothing too casual, like jeans, for example. If you've got a nice jacket, wear that with a skirt or trousers.
Okay, thanks. Any other tips?
Well, I know it's really obvious, but arrive in plenty of time. They hate people who are late. So make sure you know exactly where you have to get to. And one other useful piece of advice my manager told me before I had the interview for this job is to smile, even if you feel terrified. It makes people respond better to you.
I'll have to practice doing that in the mirror.
Yeah, well, good luck. Let me know if you need any more information.
Thanks very much.
خب تو اینجا مشاهده میکنید که سکشن اول تموم شده و ما وارد سکشن دوم باید بشیم. به شما گفته میشه که زمانی دارید برای کنترل کردن و چک کردن کار خودتون. خب مسلماً دیگه کاری از دستتون بر نمیاد. بهتره که وارد سکشن دوم بشید و شروع کنید از این 30 ثانیه‌ای که بهتون داده شده استفاده کنید و سوالات 11 تا 20 رو مطالعه کنید. مسلماً تو این 30 ثانیه خب نمیتونید 11 تا 20 رو مطالعه کنید ولی تا اونجایی که میتونید با دقت از شماره 11 12 13 14 رو حداقل مطالعه کنید که مطمئن بشید اون سوالها رو بلد هستید. پس بلافاصله میرید سراغ سوالات 11 تا 20.
Section 2. You will hear a woman called Annie, who works at the snow centre in New Zealand, welcoming a group of visitors to the centre. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 16.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Snow Centre. My name's Annie. I hope you enjoyed the bus trip from the airport. We've certainly got plenty of snow today. Well, you've come to New Zealand's premier snow and ski centre, and we've a whole load of activities for you during your week here. Most visitors come here for the cross-country skiing, where you're on fairly flat ground for most of the time, rather than going down steep mountainsides. There are marked trails, but you can also leave these and go off on your own, and that's an experience not to be missed. You can go at your own speed. It's great aerobic exercise if you really push yourself. Or, if you prefer, you can just glide gently along and enjoy the beautiful scenery. This afternoon, you'll be going on a dog sled trip. You may have seen our dogs on TV recently racing in the Winter Sled Festival. If you want, you can have your own team for the afternoon and learn how to drive them, following behind our leader on the trail. Or if you'd prefer, You can just sit back in the sled and enjoy the ride as a passenger. At the weekend, we have the team relay event, and you're all welcome to join in. We have a local school coming along, and a lot of the teachers are taking part too. Participation rather than winning is the main focus, and there's a medal for everyone who takes part. Participants are in teams of 2 to 4, and each team must complete 4 laps of the course. For your final expedition, you'll head off to Mount Frenna wearing a pair of special snowshoes which allow you to walk on top of the snow. This is an area where miners once searched for gold, though there are very few traces of their work left now. When the snow melts in summer, the mountain slopes are carpeted in flowers and plants. It's a long ascent, though not too steep, and walkers generally take a couple of days to get to the summit and return. You'll spend the night in our hut halfway up the mountain. That's included in your package for the stay. It's got cooking facilities, firewood and water for drinking. For washing, we recommend you use melted snow, though, to conserve supplies. We can take your luggage up on our snowmobile for you for just $10 a person. The hut has cooking facilities, so you can make a hot meal in the evening and morning, but you need to take your own food. The weather on Mount Frenna can be very stormy. In that case, stay in the hut. Generally, the storms don't last long. Don't stress about getting back here to the centre in time to catch the airport bus. They'll probably not be running anyway. We do have an emergency locator beacon in the hut, but only use that if it's a real emergency, like if someone's ill or injured.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
Now, let me tell you something about the different ski trails you can follow during your stay here. Highland Trail's directly accessible from where we are now. This trail's been designed to give first-timers an experience they'll enjoy regardless of their age or skill, but it's also ideal for experts to practice their technique. Then there's Pine Trail. If you're nervous about skiing, leave this one to the experts. You follow a steep valley looking right down on the river below. Scary! But if you've fully mastered the techniques needed for hills, it's great fun. Stony Trail's a good choice once you've got a general idea of the basics. There are 1 or 2 tricky sections, but nothing too challenging. There's a shelter halfway where you can sit and take a break and enjoy the afternoon sunshine. And finally, Losers Trail. This starts off following a gentle river valley, but the last part is quite exposed, so the snow conditions can be challenging. If it's snowing or windy, check with us before you set out to make sure the trail's open that day. Right, so now if you'd like to follow me, we'll get started.
خب در این نوع از سوال‌ها ما یک سبک و سیاق خاصی از نگاه کردن به سوال رو داریم. تو اون 30 ثانیه که به شما وقت داده میشه حتما باید گزینه‌های A, B, C, D, E و F رو با دقت مطالعه کنید. از روش 3-4 بار بخونید بلند برای خودتون یا توی دل خودتون. سعی کنید که لغات کلیدیشو یادتون باشه و چه موضوعی رو تو هر کدوم از اینها اشاره میکنه. دیگه حالا به سوالها نگاه نکنید. خب به ترتیب شماره 17, 18, 19 و 20 رو خواهد گفت. و با دقت کامل اگه لیسنینگتون خوب باشه فقط روی کاغذ جلوی گزینه مورد نظر اون نوت هاشو بنویسید. بعد از اینکه تموم شد لیسنینگ بلافاصله میتونید بیاید با توجه به نوت هایی که خودتون برداشتید گزینه ها رو به این شماره های 17, 18, 19, 20 مرتبط کنید. پس بهترین تکنیکی که میتونم براتون تو این زمینه توصیه بکنم مطالعه کردن گزینه های A تا F هست با دقت کامل و درک اونها. ممکنه بگید تو 30 ثانیه امکان نداره این اتفاق بیفته ولی واقعا استاندارد هستش. برای هر کدوم حداقل 5-6 ثانیه میتونید زمان بذارید و با دقت مطالعهش کنید. شما در واقع اگه ریدینگتون خوب باشه میتونید این بخش رو به راحتی از عهده‌اش بر بیارید. پس امتحان لیسنینگ فقط و فقط لیسنینگ محض نیست، بلکه تست کردن سطح خوندن شما هم مد نظر هستش. خب موفق و مؤید باشید. پاسخاتون رو چک کنید ببینیم که چیکار کردید.